for joining us on Latrobe BPW's channel in our series of Find Your Voice, Share Your Story. I'm your host, Faerie Grace. Sonia Sotomayor was the first Latina to serve on the Supreme Court. She also was the third female justice ever. And at the tender age of 10, being inspired by the Nancy Drew books, she wanted to be a detective. When her doctor told her that she unfortunately had type 1 diabetes, she decided to change her dream because of he told her that she should change it because of the diabetes. And she found her second love through Perry Mason and the idea to pursue law. So here she is many years later, fulfilling that dream and making history. Congratulations, Sonia. Well, my guests today are the lovely Jean Calabrace, thank you, and Deneen Krowicki, thank you. And I have a question for you, ladies. Did you know what you wanted to be like Sonia at the tender age of 8 and 10? They're fighting over who's going to talk.
Okay. Ever since I was a little girl, the only thing I ever wanted to be was a hairstylist. Love hair and makeup. I would watch TV shows, I would look at magazines, I even cut my hair, which my mother was not happy with. But it is something that I wanted to do ever since I was a little girl.
Are you doing that now?
I am not. My career led me into a different path, but it is still a passion of mine.
Okay, very nice. Jean, I'm just curious. I want to know, when you are 8 or 10, are you fulfilling that same dream?
No, not really.
Okay.
I wanted to be an airline stewardess because they had the nice uniforms and you traveled and got to see the world. But I did not pursue that dream, and I do not fly, so that wouldn't work out.
Not so well.
No.
But that's adorable. Do you fly now?
No.
You've overcome?
Nope.
Okay,
I do
maybe
not.
our viewers can comment of how you can overcome that, because there's a beautiful world to see out there. And Latrobe BPW may have a meeting, I don't know, maybe in Hawaii one year, Bahamas.
I have to
liking
take a boat.
Okay. All right. Now, Sonia knew at 8 what she wanted to be, but due to health limitations, she kind of, at her doctor's advice, had to alter that. But she still fulfilled a strong purpose. Was there ever a time in your life, due to a health situation or someone advising you that meant well, that you had to change your dream?
Nobody ever said, no, you can't do this. Or nobody ever stopped me from saying, you will never be this. Unfortunately, with the stylist, I did have allergies. So I could not continue in that path. But even if somebody would have said, no, you cannot do this, I would have did it anyhow. That's just who I am.
Okay.
I like your answers, Jean. We're going back and forth.
Well, I sort of took the question a little bit differently.
Okay.
I took it as someone telling me that I couldn't fulfill my dream. And this was later on in life, and they told me that when I was a part-time teller in a bank, they told me I couldn't be a full-time teller because it wasn't for me. So, and it was by male supervisors, which made it worse. So I proved them wrong in the long run, and I turned out very happy with it.
I was gonna. Didn't you run to bring?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
what's his name? Let him know what you did.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Very, very diplomatic, and thank you for having couth unlike your host here. All right, ladies. So you are not a stewardess, flight attendant, and you are also not a hairstylist. But you do have very successful careers, and you are influencing and helping women and other people on many different levels. What has inspired you to take the path that you have chosen?
So with me, when I started many moons ago, I started in a warehouse, and I worked in the warehouse for 15 years. But I knew that's not someplace I wanted to stay, and I wanted to grow. An opportunity came up in our office, and I applied for a contracts position. After being in the contracts position for 2 years, I then took a supervisory role for contracts, not only as a supervisor for that department, but for the whole Northeast. So I knew I wanted more. Not that what I was doing was anything wrong with working in the warehouse. I did love that job, but it taught me to grow and it taught me to be the person I am. I just wanted to expand my horizons.
I love it. I love that you wanted more. And then you basically, wanted to clarify that nothing was wrong with what you did. And I feel like most of us do want more.
Yes.
And I think you should, no matter how successful you are, because there's always another level to educate yourself, to grow, to be better, to offer more to the world. And maybe I missed it because I'm a sleep deprived mother of a toddler, but did you let our viewers know what you do?
I work for a medical supply company.
Did she say that? Okay.
I work for a medical supply company. I have been with this company for 32 years. If you're doing the math, I started when I was 7. And I'm still with them today. And I also recently got my real estate license, so I do a second job. Thank you. And I sell real estate. That's my second full-time job.
I love it, Deneen. You
Thank
have
you.
a very full life, and I can see you're passionate and you love it and you're kind, and I hope that the viewers can feel your warmth and your passion that you have.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Jean, you are not forgotten, my dear.
Okay.
How long have you been a member of BPW?
This is my second time around, and this time it's been 10 years.
Okay, so a decade. So you would be a great person to ask this because you've been with BPW for a while, and I know you have such a great involvement in what you do and how you inspire women and add to the group. How can you tell our viewers right now that are watching that are maybe members of BPW but really haven't capitalized on this, or they're debating becoming a member because we're so awesome and we want them, but how can BPW help women achieve their dreams and achieve their goals, that no matter what limitations health-wise like Sonia or a man telling them that they cannot do it, how can BPW help them?
Well, I think BPW can help them by being a sounding board to them. That way we can support them in whatever they choose to do with their life or in their family. We support personal issues, business issues, whatever they would need. We're not just networking, we are a family, a family of women.
I love it, and it truly is a family. And just to state any haters that want to comment, since we were talking about men, all of us have amazing men in our lives that are also very supportive and we love, but we are just kind of focusing on some things that we had to overcome. So I want to thank you for watching us, and I want to thank the YWCA because they are hosting us today and letting us shoot this series. And also, comment below. Let us know some things that you were told were a dream that would never come true, and you made it happen, because we need to be inspired by you as well, as these two lovely ladies have inspired us during this time. I'm Faerie Grace, your host, and click on to the next one and make sure you subscribe.